Workout started. GPS on.
Good morning. Carl's here. Wednesday midweek show about to commence. Running towards the golf course. First hike section. Just getting my heart stable up to the top of this hill. Then I'm jogging off again. So it's sunny today. Temperature's probably going to rise about 4 or 5 degrees between starting the run and finishing. But that's the way it goes these days. Temperature drops quite precipitously at night. The morning starts off a little frosty, and then by 10 o'clock it's warm. And today it's going to be
0.24 kilometers.
sunny.
Average heart rate 81. Workout average pace 8 minutes 19 seconds per kilometer.
I have her reminding me of my heart rate every minute. So we won't hear so many zone changes. Probably won't hear any zone changes. We'll just hear minute by minute the heart rate and pace and distance. Okay, I'm off again. Little kid running to school. I just heard the buzzer going off. He might be late. Who knows?
Distance 0.36 kilometers. Average heart rate 65. Workout average pace 8 minutes 21 seconds per kilometer.
Morning. So the usual chip trail run without the usual zone changes. I just have to be a little more intuitive. Mind you, with the 1 minute updates, I shouldn't be going too far out of my zone. I have finally recovered from my hamstring injury. I'm now just dealing with
Distance 0.46 kilometers. Average heart rate 73. Workout average pace 8 minutes 35 seconds per kilometer.
tired, stiff legs that should loosen up in the next few minutes. So the top of the first climb. Should be continuous running until I get to Cedar Hill Crossroad, where I will probably have to wait for the pedestrian light. This is rush hour on a Wednesday. I think today is the 6th of November. Yesterday
Distance 0.60 kilometers.
would have
Average heart
been
rate 76. Workout average pace 8 minutes 19 seconds per kilometer.
yesterday would have been the bonfire night. Guy Fawkes. Hello. The Brits celebrate their Halloween type event on November the 5th. But now, with the globalization of Halloween, they celebrate both the 31st of October and the 5th of November. Remember, the 5th of November. gunpowder, treason, and plots.
Distance 0.74 kilometers. Average heart rate 87. Workout average pace 8 minutes 7 seconds per kilometer.
Okay, so that indicates the amount of walking that I have already done in the first kilometer. Pretty soon it'll be more of a continuous jog. I have been troubled recently with recurring injuries, which I put down to malnutrition as much as anything else. I tend to run the tank empty all the time.
Distance 0.90 kilometers. Average heart rate 83. Workout average pace 7 minutes 46 seconds per kilometer.
It's coming down. 7:46, I think she said. I'm going to pause it while I cross the road. It's going to be noisy. Safely across. I can see where the chip trail starts, about 500 meters from here, a little bit less. We will have a couple of updates before then. The problem with pained legs is if you put any effort into them, the hurt returns. So I have to be gentle at the beginning until my joints and muscles warm up a bit.
Distance 1.16 kilometers. Average heart rate 82. Workout average pace 7 minutes 41 seconds per kilometer.
Looks like garbage day for these people. They'll have their bins out. The green has been collected, and the city garbage, the grey, the landfill, is yet to be collected on the street. They have two separate trucks. Obviously one does all the recycling, all the compostable garbage, and the other one does the city garbage. The landfill.
Distance 1.31 kilometers. Average heart rate 84. Workout average pace 7 minutes 36 seconds per kilometer.
Alright. Last push to the corner, and then it's down to King's Pond and the ducks. My youngest son and his crew of entrepreneurs are coming over to discuss financing with Norma. I think she feels indebted and committed to making an investment in their venture.
Distance 1.46 kilometers. Average heart rate 78. Workout average pace 7 minutes 32 seconds per kilometer.
Heart rate seems a little low. Not sure why. Hi. Hello. I will adjust the strap in a minute. But while I'm still running, I will keep it as it is. Not too many ducks out and about today. Just a few hopeful creatures. I have nothing for them.
Distance 1.62 kilometers. Average heart rate 84. Workout average pace 7 minutes 25 seconds per kilometer.
Okay. Time to adjust the strap. I read quite an interesting article yesterday about the wearable biometric tracking devices that we all seem to be using nowadays. Oops, I just scared them away. Just scared away a flock of ducks. Apparently, the doctors are more interested now in your Garmin and your Fitbit readings than they are in the questionnaires that they've always been asking us about alcohol use.
Distance 1.70 kilometers. Average heart rate 96. Workout average pace 7 minutes 39 seconds per kilometer.
Tobacco and beer consumption. Hello. Most of us who are active would be able to provide quite comprehensive data for the doctors to peruse. Plus, they can also use that data with some more sophisticated algorithms to predict our health outcomes. As I get towards another traditional hike section, I'm going to push on just a little bit more. Excuse me.
Distance 1.85 kilometers.
Okay.
Average heart rate 100. Workout average pace 7 minutes 34 seconds per kilometer.
See, now that I have adjusted the strap, now the readings sound more in line with what I was expecting. It's funny how that thing about through the skin monitoring can be very accurate, but it could also be not so accurate if you happen to be in a part of skin that has very little vascularization. It's not much for the light sensor to detect. I am already sweating a little bit. Mind you, I do have a hoodie, a neck warmer, a bandana.
Distance 1.95 kilometers. Average heart rate 86. Workout average pace 7 minutes 42 seconds per kilometer.
Hello. Jogger behind you. And up I go. Occasionally I press pause just to make sure that I'm still recording. 2 beeps means it's paused. 1 beep means it's recording or stopped. The other day with Rob, I think I cleared the first very brief recording and then forgot to press the correct button.
Distance 2.06 kilometers. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 7 minutes 44 seconds per kilometer.
I should be able to finish this run at about a 7:20, something like that. 7:20 pace per kilometer, I hasten to add. old farts and a younger fart. Hello. I'll probably see them on the other side. So now it's downhill a little while.
Distance 2.23 kilometers. Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 7 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
Alright. More ducks. These animals are pretty well fed. They're all plump. Plump ducks. Hello. Thank you. I tried to take a screenshot yesterday of my Google Maps and for some reason
Average heart rate 137. Workout average
it wouldn't
pace
let
7
me
minutes
share
31 seconds per kilometer.
the photograph. Maybe there's something new now about photographs and sharing. I'm always a little concerned about the updates that we have to do regularly on the iOS system. Originally, it was all to do with bug fixes and protection of identity, that kind of thing, data protection. But now I'm not so sure. Hello. Hi.
Good morning.
So, stewardship area going on here. They're pulling weeds, I would imagine. Invasive species.
Distance 2.52 kilometers. Average heart rate 134. Workout average pace 7 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer.
Yep. It'll come down steadily now till I get to the next big climb. Hi. Hello. Had a nice submission yesterday from Martha. She is like me. She's not too keen on the over commercialization of the holiday season. It is just a cash grab.
Kilometers. Average heart rate 132. Workout average pace 7 minutes 25 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
So that would be 20 minutes done. Probably about 15 of recorded airtime. I'm riding the pause button today, so I will be able to check later on the next walk section. I can have a sneak peek. Not that it makes a huge amount of difference. Even if I ran the entire recording for the entire length of the run, it would be less than an hour. As I'm only running about 7 kilometers today.
Distance 2.85 kilometers. Average heart rate 135. Workout average pace 7 minutes 22 seconds per kilometer.
The other thing I was just thinking about the early heart rates being so low, that might well have been because I walked 2 or 3 times in that first kilometer, which would have meant that my average would have dropped while I walked and then picked up again while I was doing my continuous running. Alright, I have a little bit of a climb here. Working on the notion that today will be day 2 of running. Tomorrow will be day 3 with a potential day 4.
Distance 3 kilometers. Average heart rate 131. Workout average pace 7 minutes 20 seconds per kilometer.
Tomorrow I should be running with Derek, and Friday I should be running with Rob. So I might well be recording their shows tomorrow and Friday. Derek was not feeling up to it last week. I was barely recovered. I'm going to have to put my neck warmer up around my head because my neck is kind of too warm. Hang on a second while I do that. So now I have my neck warmer around my head, holding my bandana on. It looks more like a turban now than a bandana because the neck warmer is adding a little extra bulk to the wrap on my head. But I do have a blue wrap and a blue bandana. I also have a green wrap and a green bandana, which is the rig that I'm wearing today. Hi. This is the noisy section by the road. Nothing moving very much at the moment. Hello, the runner behind you. Thank you.
And that's what they missed as far as I'm concerned for the last.
Going past the triple sculpture of wood, the 3 wooden monoliths.
Workout average pace 7 minutes 27 seconds per kilometer.
Coming down towards the rec center. So now there's quite a lot of golden leafage. Some red, some gold, some green. Down to Balka Creek I go and over the wooden footbridge. I can see my next walk section up ahead. So today, Zaren's friends are coming over to try and convince.
Distance 3.50 kilometers. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 7 minutes 54 seconds per kilometer.
Try and convince Norma to invest in their game platform they're working on. I wish them luck. As I start to climb. Hi. Hello. As I top out by the vanilla ice cream house, I do have my good camera, so I should take a picture of the house just for old time's sake. Two pictures, one of the vanilla ice cream house and one of the leaf blower driving up the side of the fairway.
Distance 3.79 kilometers. Average heart rate 130. Workout average pace 7 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
So that last little climb has cost me about 10 seconds in my pace. I'm going to have another walk section quite soon. There is a white post on my left that I will observe as my walk break. Around about here. Now I hike to the top and then it's jog, jog, jog all the way back till I get to Wend, when I'll be wending my way. Getting back to the average heart rate business, because I'm doing minute by minute, it tells me what the average is over that last minute. So
Distance 3.93 kilometers. Average heart rate 130. Workout average pace 7 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
every time one of those minutes covers a walk break, the heart rate would go from, like, let's say 136 to 84 or 80, and that would be averaging out around 90. So possibly my concern at the beginning of the run was unfounded. Maybe I was getting accurate readings, but on too small a data span to make sense of the average pace. And the average pace would have been good, because that would have been over the whole run. But the average heart rate would have been calculated over that last minute.
4.01 kilometers. Average heart rate 133. Workout average pace 7 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer.
And the leaf blowers are still working, blowing leaves off the fairway. They really shouldn't work so hard on that. I'm sure there aren't really enough golfers today to warrant all that labor. Over the course of the day, this time of the year, they probably get maybe 150, 200 golfers. In the season, in the summer, they get probably 1,000 a day.
7 minutes 39 seconds per kilometer.
Crossing Derby. This is the clubhouse of the golf course. Let me take a picture of the clubhouse. Looks nice through the trees. Somebody got a cold. Yesterday I did my run with Norma and I brought my good camera. I didn't take any pictures. Kind of strange for me. I very seldom bring something on my run that I don't use.
4.26 kilometers. Average heart rate 143. Workout average pace 7 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer.
7:43 will come down to about 7:22. By the time I finish the chip trail. Pretty soon I'll be going past Glacier Place, which is one of the trailhead entrances that I use. Excuse me. That was my porridge. Well, I'm glad I moved the neck warmer onto my head. Now my neck is not sweaty. The air
Distance
is
4.42
getting
kilometers.
in.
Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 7 minutes 40 seconds per kilometer.
The air's getting in to my hoodie. I have the hood down, but you know what I mean, the neck hole. The air can get in there now. I have shared Rob's shows with Apple Podcasts. I was reminded by my friend Sergio from Spreaker that I haven't shared my latest shows with him. Well, I'm sharing it with Spreaker, but hello.
Distance 4.58 kilometers. Average heart rate 147. Workout average pace 7 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
I'm not sharing that one as yet. It has been submitted for approval, but he was trying to convince me that I would get thousands of listeners the minute I subscribed to Apple Podcasts. Hi. This has not proven to be the case. I did notice a slight increase. Nothing major. I guess the world is not quite ready for my kind of show. I told Sergio that. Hello.
Hello. Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 7 minutes 40 seconds per kilometer.
We have to wait for the general public to lose interest in true life crime reporting and those docudramas that everybody seems to be listening to nowadays. Well, that was a very pleasant smile that I got from that woman. I think I've seen her before. Mind you, I do look a little strange today with my bandana and my turban wrap around my head.
Distance 4.83 kilometers. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 7 minutes 40 seconds per kilometer.
So it's pretty steady at around 137, my heart rate, which is normal for me. I don't really need the constant zone change reminders, but once a minute is probably a little too often for a continuous recording. I'm not sure about that. The thing about Samantha is that she gives me an opportunity to make a commentary on her reporting, which tends to keep the conversation going, even if it's just between me and her. Hello.
Distance 4.95 kilometers. Average heart rate 133. Workout average pace 7 minutes 40 seconds per kilometer.
And down I go. I'm back on Epsom Drive, heading down towards Brayfoot. Felt a twinge of pain in my hamstring. Same spot. Hasn't gone away completely, but one of the things I will do today at the end of this run is buy some more protein. I can hardly expect to repair damaged muscle with beer and It's basically beer and bread. Chicken sandwiches are quite nutritious, but if I'm just filling myself up with beer,
Average heart rate 138. Workout average pace 7 minutes 38 seconds per kilometer.
I'm not getting enough solid protein. Carbohydrates never really an issue. I never work too much on the glycogen system. If I was running zone 4 like 140, 150 beats per minute, then I would have to kick in to a more powerful fuel supply. But basically I'm just maintaining tick-over effort, which tends to make me think that I can survive without eating. I'm almost convinced I'm anorexic.
Distance 5.26 kilometers. Average heart rate 137. Workout average pace 7 minutes 35 seconds per kilometer. Time for hydration.
So 40 minutes done. Probably about 27, maybe 30 minutes of recording. I'll pause it for the road crossing. So I'm back on the road again, just about to turn onto Wend, which is a climb. Then it'll be down Garnet to Fairways and my finishing point for this run. Up I go.
Distance 5.58 kilometers. Average heart rate 136. Workout average pace 7 minutes 31 seconds per kilometer.
Save the energy a little bit. I think I can safely say that I will be within my target zone by the end of this run. As I approach the top, so now it's pretty much a straight run all the way back to the store, where I have a whole bunch of things to buy, including mayonnaise. I need to keep on top of my nutrition. Hello. Hello. A lot of people are in the opposite boat of eating more than they need. I am habitually eating less than I need, which is causing me.
Distance 5.83 kilometers. Average heart rate 133. Workout average pace 7 minutes 33 seconds per kilometer.
Causing me a little more grief when it comes to repairing from damage. If I'm not running for around about an hour, I will be hiking or walking for around about 2 hours nowadays. So I'm now getting some pretty good walking stats to compare with. My long-term plan is still in place to be running into my 90s. But I'm noticing that I'm doing more of the other activities that involve triple-digit heart rate. 7:31, and I've got nothing but downhill now. After this next corner, well and truly heated up now. But I'm glad I have all this extra clothing with me so that I won't freeze on the way home. Hi, runner behind you. Hello.
Hi, I kind of heard somebody. But
Yeah, I didn't want to startle you. Thank you. Little old lady.
13 kilometers. Average heart rate 141. Workout average pace 7 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer.
7:29. So I have 9 seconds to knock off in the next 600 meters or so. I'm probably running around 7 minutes per kilometer at the moment. I'm not too concerned about minute by minute actual pace. The average pace is enough. Minute by minute heart rate is more important to me. I won't be able to share this until I get home because I'm using the Sony for the recording. If I'd been using my phone,
30 kilometers. Average heart rate 138. Workout average pace 7 minutes 27 seconds per kilometer.
if I was using my phone for the recording, I could probably share it once I get back onto Wi-Fi. While I'm shopping, it'll be uploading. But that is not the case. I shall have to be patient and wait until I get home. So, as I approach Fairways Market, I will say bye-bye for my midweek show. This is the Running Jackal signing off.